Well, Travis has so many good other hot takes. Travis,
Yes.
I saw your recent one about the battle of the sexes, Sherry versus Annalie. Who do you think wins that? So let me give context first. Sorry.
I'm glad you did that because I listened to your previous one and I couldn't believe what I was hearing from you and Hayden. Like, there's kindness and there's absurdity.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's debate this. Okay. So for those of you guys who don't know, Ryan Sherry was on DJ's podcast. Ryan Sherry said if he were to play Annalie Waters, he would expect to win. Maybe like he wanted to play 3 out of 5 games, but he would expect to win. All right, Travis, go.
I mean, which Share Bear's showing up? Let's start with that. Like, I don't need my Bender Share Bear coming out. I need the guy who's was in
That's the
Orlando.
best version of Share Bear. What are you talking
It's
about?
not. It's not. It's not. Absolutely not. I've played both. The he says that, and maybe it's good for a game, but yeah, I think it would be close. Like, I'm not saying it's a lock, and the way that I even wrote it on my thing was Share Bear minus 25. I think a little bit more realistic is Share Bear minus 200. But there's a difference between men and women, and yes, I like the stylistic thing that you stated that Share Bear doesn't cover the net as well. He plays a little bit more like a female from the baseline. And Annalie probably does have the best passing shots, but Share Bear crushes the serve more than any other woman that plays. And I think he would be able to dictate play rather well. And I think, like I said, I think he's a pretty substantial favorite.
I was not attempting to be nice. If I think
So
Annalie,
you think she would beat you right now if you played singles against her?
no, I think I would win.
Well, I mean, okay. So Hayden said the other day that she would smoke him. Hayden beat Ben this year. Are we really stating that that's possible? Like, it's possible for a game. I'll give you that. But like we're
we're
trying to
not
go
talking
large
about
sample size.
we're not talking about Hayden or me or Ben. We're talking about Sherry,
Okay.
right? Like,
Yes.
I think those are very different things. I think she is a matchup nightmare for Ryan Sherry, and I think she actually, if it was an even odds, Annalie, pick whoever you want, Annalie or Ryan Sherry. I'm legitimately taking Annalie. Like,
Okay.
we play Dream Breakers. I think if I'm playing Annalie in a 2 out of 3 game, I like to think it's a 5-5 match, 5-6, something along those lines. She absolutely 100% could beat me in like a game, and she gets hot. She could beat me in a match, right?
No
Like,
doubt.
that's the way singles goes.
Yep.
I think on average, I'm winning 5-5, 5-6. I think she actually beats Ryan Sherry.
Wow. You're giving yourself a lot of credit relative to Ryan Sherry.
I think, I mean, Ryan has almost beaten me a few times. Like, Ryan is a good,
He's also
is a
beaten
very,
Tyson. He made the finals of EPA Orlando end of 2022. Like, the dude's not completely, removed from quality singles play.
I
Beat
agree.
Julian Arnold earlier
I
this
think he
year.
does very good. I think he matches up well against guys that come in. He's got phenomenal passing shots.
That's fair.
I think that she's not going to be giving him those windows to hit into. If she's
You might
coming
be
to the
right.
net, it's behind a 10th ball of a rally where she's completely ahead. I think
I
it's
don't think she gets ahead that often if they're just going. And I heard you that what with Chris Hayworth on that one. If they just go toe to toe baseline, Share Bear wins.
I disagree with that. I think that
That's great. That's
she's
great. That's the
better.
beauty. That's the beauty of this topic, right? Is like the only way to find out is to put some money on the table and let's have it happen.
All right. So
Well,
we have to
we're not
make
that influential, unfortunately.
yeah, you hate to see it. I would love to actually put this together as a charity event. I talked to my buddy Sean, like, I'd love to get Stop Alzheimer's Now involved somehow or another. Like, what actually like, how did we actually get the battle of the sexes in tennis? Was that a charity event?
I don't know. It's a great question, but the
Billie
guy
Jean
who I'm talking to
versus
about Agassi could answer that question and wants Andre to play her. And people think I'm joking. I'm not joking. You're talking about generational talent here. Like, he's going to get absolutely smoked if he practices for 3 months. I don't buy that.
So for context, because I think did you post this to your Instagram, Travis?
Yeah.
Basically that.
And I want to put the context out. Sorry. The gentleman who represents Andre Agassi reached out to me We've played tennis together for years. He hated me years ago, which I don't blame him. I didn't like him much either. But now pickleball and children and all these things have, made us friendly, and he's turned into this wonderful human being, at least to me. So yeah, he asked me, would Andre Agassi have a chance against Annalie Waters? He plays 5 days a week in pickle. He's now the president of Racket Sports for Lifetime. His ownership group bought Duper. He's all in on pickleball, and he wants to see how he would fare. And my thought process was, with a few months of practice, he would have a good chance as a generational talent. And so that's the context. If you want to elaborate on that, please feel free, Thomas.
No, that's good context. That's all I would have said. I was just going to repeat what you said.
So yeah, I mean, like, Share Bear would be awesome, but it's not like playing Andre. Like, Andre again draws in. We go to like this pickleball slam. Pickleball slam's cool and all, but nobody's really very good. If you have Agassi, who was by far the best player at the last pickle slam and now is playing all the time, that's a match that draws eyes from every part of the globe. Curiosity mounts. Your tennis guys that have no respect for pickleball players, which is many, many, many. If Agassi, with 3 months of practice, was to get diced up by a young lady, which is the probable outcome, then that's probably the most compelling match that I can think of at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
How do we make this happen?
We got the wheels in motion, baby. We got the wheels in motion.
All right. Well, shoot me a text if there's anything that I can do to help, because I want to see this.
You're not helpful. You can't do this.
All right. Well, I'll just go up and talk shit on the sidelines.
There we go. You and I commentate.
Ooh, there we go. Hey, there it is.
Now we'll talk.
Love it. So the counter argument to a lot of this is, I think you mentioned this, that in tennis, something like this happened somewhat recently. There was obviously the battle of the sexes between Billie Jean King and that Bobby Riggs.
Yeah.
But then there was also Karsten Braasch, who played Venus and Serena Williams in 1998, and just absolutely.
I think he was 200 ATP at the time, something around that range.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think he played one of them with like a cigar in his mouth just to be a dick.
It's very, very different between tennis and pickleball.
Right, like, listen to what he said. He said, when asked about it, his training regimen leading up to the match. My training regimen consists of a leisurely round of golf in the morning, followed by a couple of shandies. I turned up on court feeling suitably laid back. He's trolling too.
That's solid. I'd never heard that portion, and I don't even know if he played with the cigar, but that's like the myths continued to, get larger and larger. But no, it's very different. The serve and return, and just the sheer force of the ball, particularly the torque on the ball, the RPMs, is so substantially different from a man to a woman in tennis, and that is certainly not the case in pickleball. It's an equalizer in that regard, which is one of the great things about it, to be frank. But yeah, tennis, no. The number 1,000 guy in the world absolutely shellacks the top female in the world right now, every day, all day. Mm-hmm. Never changes.
Yeah. Very, very, very different. But excited to attempt to make that happen. It would be
fun.
I would personally throw in several $1,000s to make that happen for my own entertainment.
So if you have Agassi at plus 300 after 3 months of training,
I'm taking Annalie.
Okay, but what's your spread then? What's your score line?
What's the score line? I mean, that's such a difficult.
2 out of 3 standard scoring.
I mean, that's such a hard question. I don't know. I'll say I'd say 7 and 8, Annalie.
Whoa, that's still pretty close. That can go either way. I'm like in plus 300 there. All right. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really interesting. I think it's really compelling, and I'm pushing hard for it to happen. And yeah, if you and I are the commentators, we will light that thing up.
Yeah, we would need to do a Manning cast of that one. We probably need to have a PG version and then the Zane and Travis version.
Yeah, and I'll have like 6 beers, and you can have your one like wine spritzer. You'll be sauced.
And I'll be drunker than you.
That's a fact.
Okay, let me just pour my Corvive for this ad read here. And just pour that in there. Give it a little shake. Corviv Hydrate is an advanced electrolyte drink mix designed to ensure optimal hydration, essential for maintaining nerve, muscle, and brain function. The Hydrate formula is NSF certified for sport and is free of artificial colors and sweeteners. With 4 times less sugar and 3 times the electrolytes of grocery brands, the pure cane sugar aids in the efficient absorption of electrolytes, making it superior to water alone. Hydrate is used by more than 4 Major League Baseball teams, and pink lemonade is available in stick packs or a tub. I've got the stick packs here, and they come in a bag like this, so you can get a bunch of them, bring them out to the court with you. Use code PICKLE, all caps PICKLE, PICKLE, at Corvive, CORVIVE.com to save 30% off your order, and get yourself some Corvive. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, rather had